It's time for fucking Victory Road.
Holy shit, it's about to go like...
I wish it wouldn't. Man, you got ride-ons in your cave? Okay, it's Mario Day, motherfuckers. Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, and Dr. Mario are now on the Game Boy Online, which I've heard... I mean, I don't like Dr. Mario, but I've heard that the Game Boy Color Mario Tennis and Golf are good, so I might try those.
Mario knows how to make boring sports interesting.
That's true.
Like, who's playing golf if it's not Wii Golf or Mario Golf?
My favorite Mario sports game probably is Mario Golf Toadstool Tour.
I like the racing games, of course, naturally.
Well, yeah, Mario. I know Mario
But I
Kart
like
is
Mario
technically
Tennis.
a sports game, but I don't really count it as one. Miyamoto announced that they are working on another Mario movie.
Is Chris Pratt Mario again?
They didn't say anything about it. They didn't even explicitly say that it was a sequel, so it might be a Donkey Kong movie for all we know, but no, they didn't say
Seth
any...
Rogen, Donkey Kong lead.
God, no. That was bad enough in Sausage Party, which is a movie I haven't seen. Everyone just says it's a movie that's extremely offensively over the top just for the sake of it. Is that true?
Pretty much, yeah. Anytime they can slip an innuendo in there, they will.
Just a bunch of people like swearing and just saying like, fuck, shit.
Jack Black would have been awesome in that movie.
I'm glad he wasn't in
Fucking
that
dick.
movie. It's a fucking movie about a fucking dick.
Not even that wrong.
But yeah, they didn't say any information about it other than that the projected release date is like May of 2026. So better
What?
mark that shit on your calendars. Oh yeah, going back to the Thousand Year Door remake. I've been holding on to a Nintendo game voucher for quite a while because I got them for Pikmin 4, which came out quite a while ago. So I've just had another thing. And I wanted to use it on the Thousand Year Door remake because nothing else really interests me. And I go to try and use it to pre-order it, and there's a message on the Nintendo website that says, when this game comes out, your voucher will be expired, so you can't use it on this game even though you can pre-order it.
Oh, and eat shit, loser.
Pretty much, that's how I feel. They even said, like, you can use it 7 days before the game comes out, but that's still way past my, the deadline. Because my voucher expires on April Fool's Day, hilariously enough, so... So really, everything about this situation sucks ass. I have no idea what I'm going to use this voucher for. The vouchers are technically worth $50, because you get 2 of them for $100.
Oh, hey, big XP.
Yeah, this thing's gonna give a shit ton of XP.
It's also not going to do any damage because all your attacks are special.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the voucher is technically worth, oh my god, technically worth $50, and they let you use the voucher on $50 games, which is just completely pointless. Because also keep in mind, you can't gift these to people. You have to buy them yourself, so it's not like, oh, a family member doesn't know what to get you for Christmas, just to have them get you some vouchers. No, it doesn't work like that. It's just, you spend $50 on a voucher to spend on a $50 game. I'm pretty sure you're just losing money somewhere in the process there.
You're just paying taxes.
Yeah, exactly. They push you to spend, or to use one of the vouchers on Tears of the Kingdom. They're like, hey, you can do this thing. You can spend one of your vouchers on Tears of the Kingdom to save $20 on this new Nintendo game, and I'm not doing that shit. I know I'm not gonna like Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not gonna... You can't trick me.
It wasn't that bad, actually. It's coming from a Breath of the Wild hater.
See, that's the thing, is that I did not dislike Breath of the Wild, but I don't like it enough to play a game that is very similar to it.
Hey, so I don't
God.
think you're beating this Blissey.
This thing is going to fucking...
I think you're struggling to kill Blissey because struggle's a physical move.
I think you're right. Who teaches a Blissey double edge?
It's just a natural move it gets,
Why? I know it's a fat bitch, but still, this is going to take so goddamn long.
That's why we have the Nintendo patented speed up key.
Oh my 55 accuracy, my dick.
Dude, you didn't know that Blissey has compound eyes?
Oh, is that why its eyes look like that?
Yeah.
I'm looking at its arms.
They're so compact and compound stuck in there.
How'd that compound get in there? I did not know any trainers had a Blissey. I thought the max it would be like a Chansey.
Why would it be a Chansey is the better question, though.
I remember a guy early in the game had a Happiny, and it gave a disproportionately high amount of experience for how early in the game it was.
No being a pain in my ass today.
Alright, I've given up. I wanted to see if I could actually withstand the Blissey torture, but no,
Well, you got it.
Okay, I just had to get lucky for 5 turns in a row.
Only 2,400 XP.
Definitely worth it. Fuck you, Mariah. So that's how you battled? Yeah, just brute force through your stupid goddamn Blissey.
She sounds so offended. God, that's how you battle? Ugh.
She should not be the one mad. A Butterfree? Those aren't even native to Sinnoh.
What the hell are you even doing?
Question I have asked myself more than once.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Rock Smash and then Strength Boulder, because yes.
Geodude? Smash.
As in, I will let him smash my nuts with his gigantic rock fist.
I'm glad somebody finally understands me.
Someone finally said it. Oh my god, doing this without a repel is going to suck so much.
Why don't we have repels? It's not against the rules.
It isn't, but I just see them as money fodder, or vendor trash, or whatever.
Money fodder.
There we go. And as soon as I land another friggin' Magneton. That was a lucky guess.
How happy would you be with a shiny Magneton?
I'd be okay with that. I do like the Magnemite line. I don't like Magnezone too much. I wish they would have gone further with the, just a bunch of Magnemites stuck together thing.
Yeah, you just wanted fucking 6 Magnemites making a wall.
Yeah. Wasn't there a, that's why I like Clank Clang so much in Gen 5.
It's just a gear, and then a second gear gets added to the gear, and then a gear goes around the 2 gears.
Yeah. Wasn't that like a fake Pokemon during the, lead up to Gen 6 or 7 was just like a fuck ton of Magnemites in the shape of a person? No wait, it was a bunch of Clanks in the shape of a person. I would recommend looking that up because it's funny.
Is this fucking Mega Clink?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it's probably Mega Clink, yeah.
Because it's in Japanese, so I don't know what it is.
There was a bunch of fake leaks leading up to Gen 6 or 7. I remember one of them, the Japanese, just says, like, this is obviously fake, and if you believe it, you're an idiot. I don't know if I've talked about this, but it's weird that Onyx is still the base form. Like, you hatch an egg that you can hold in your hands, and boom, Onyx.
That is not even close to the most egregious offender of that, though. To me, that goes to, like, Kangaskhan.
Oh,
you
yeah.
open an egg and it already has a baby.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Kangaskhan is way worse. Also, kind of Wailmer.
Why Wailmer?
Isn't Wailmer... I mean, Wailord is, like, the biggest Pokemon, but isn't Wailmer also really fucking big? Like, bigger than a person?
Just a big circle. But I mean, it's a whale. What do you expect?
I mean, there's I don't know, there's like Remoraid. It's like a whale.
In what world is Remoraid a whale?
I was trying to think of the first fish Pokemon to come to mind, and my brain kind of failed me there.
Remoraid of all things. The Pokemon that's based off of a revolver.
Doesn't that evolve into Octillery?
Yes.
Wait,
which is
Remoraid's based on a gun?
Yeah, Remoraid is a revolver and Octillery is a tank.
Yeah, I get Octillery because its main move is Octazooka, and also it's got artillery in the name, but Remoraid I thought was just a fish. I guess Krillvolver from Pokemon Nuclear, or whatever it's called. Isn't that
Uranium?
too... Yeah, Uranium isn't too ridiculous. Krillvolver and Titanite are my 2 favorite Pokemon design-wise. I don't even care if they're fake.
Remoraid's final design isn't even like what it's supposed to look like. It has a beta design that looks more like a gun.
I guess Nintendo was like, hey, can't do that.
This is a fan art rendition of the sprites, but you know, that's what they look like. Looked like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, artillery with the fucking helmet, I remember that.
I find that incredibly funny, actually, just because Mantine has a Remoraid under its arm, so it's fucking concealed carrying a fucking pistol while it's going through.
Yeah, that is kind of funny in hindsight. Now that I know it's a gun, it's just like got past the border with that one.
Yeah. How do you feel about Rampardos?
Design-wise or stat-wise?
Just how do you feel about it?
It's hard to put what I feel about it into words. I like how some Pokemon in Gen 1 are like just dinosaurs, and this is reminiscent of that, but also it is obviously not a Pokemon that would be designed in Gen 1. It's like an anime dinosaur, even though Pokemon Gen 1 already had anime dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's like fucking Dragon Ball dinosaur.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to put it. I like its design, I just don't like it as much as the dinosaurs from original Pokemon.
I think it's a cool Pokemon, but I also think it's a complete dogshit useless Pokemon. So strong. Like, if that thing hits you somehow, you're fucking dead. But, like, it's not even a good glass cannon because it's not fast. It's very slow and has no defense or health. So it just kind of falls over and doesn't get to attack.
Yeah, very bad combination.
And speaking of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama has passed away as of this recording.
That is a bummer. I did not know he was so young, quotation marks. He's like in his mid-60s. I thought he was like in his 70s or 80s.
He was almost 70. He was 68.
I thought he was 64. No, still.
No, I did 68.
Still, I thought he was at least 70. And, yeah, it's sad.
Rest in peace, the creator of Dragon Ball and artist for Chrono Trigger, Dragon Quest, and a bunch of other shit.
You really can't overstate how much impact he had on the world at large.
He was even an inspiration for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, get those 7 Chaos cross-out line Dragon Balls, Chaos Emeralds.
That's not even what I meant, but also yes.
Trunks is way cooler than Silver.
And I think Trunks is lame too, but I agree he is cooler.
I think Trunks is cool on a very superficial level because he has a cool sword.
His introduction to the entire series was fucking baller as hell.
It was also, yeah, it was a great introduction where he shows up and just insta-kills one of the main series final bosses.
Mecha Frieza and his dad just get clapped in like 5 minutes after we just had a fucking 40 episode long battle with Frieza. And then he rolls up and hits the main character of your favorite anime with the "you're gonna die of a heart virus."
Damn, bro. But anyway, yeah. Dragon Ball is probably... Oh, this dude's a trainer? I thought he was gonna give me advice. No!
Yeah, the advice is let's see how well you can throw hands, bitch.
Dragon Ball is probably one of the most generally influential pieces of Japanese media ever.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you have Nintendo, obviously, for making video games good again. But, like, Dragon Ball, I think... Dragon Ball Z, I guess, specifically, because we didn't get Dragon Ball originally. Dragon Ball Z was such a phenomenon that paved the way for so many shows after it to get put over in the West or other countries.
That's Licky Licky's sprite.
Slam. Why do so many Pokemon have that move? It sucks.
I think Licky Licky is, like, my case in Pokemon of, like, the weirdest Pokemon that I like.
It doesn't really feel like an evolution of Lickitung. I mean, obviously it has the tongue and it's pink, but...
It's got the Wi-Fi bar as well.
going down to its crotch for some reason.
Dick reception on full blast.
I don't know, it doesn't feel like enough of an evolution. Like, they're similar sizes, I think. At least it feels like they're similar sprite sizes.
I'm surprised there's no baby.
Yeah, that's another Pokemon that hatches out of a few inches long egg and then suddenly, boom, giant full-grown thing.
Find the computer room.
There's a computer room in here? That would be pretty shitty considering there's magnetism everywhere.
Oops.
No wonder I have to find it. This is a really random thing, but I like that they made the strength boulders in Gen 7 unbelievably huge.
It's like that in 6 too.
Oh, nice. Just all the 3D games.
Yeah, the fucking thing is just a very, very large rectangle.
Do they have any equivalent of HM stuff in Gen 8 and 9? Like surfing? Well, I know they have surfing and fly, obviously, but like strength boulders or cut trees or whatever.
Like in Scarlet and Violet, you can go pretty much anywhere. Right off the bat, if you can maneuver yourself with the ride Pokemon well enough, you can get damn near anywhere.
Is this like a Ice Gym and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl thing?
Kinda.
It's like you can do it, but you're not supposed to do it.
Yeah, like there's an upgrade for it where you can climb up walls and shit, but if you do a backwards jump consistently up like the side of a hill, it just kind of counts and you can get up a hill.
Damn, taking steps from Mario 64, huh? You remember when you showed me that one puzzle in Gen 9 where you just like push a ball over some fences into a gate?
Yeah.
Is that not how you're supposed to do that puzzle?
Not technically, no.
But it seemed like it was really easy to do so.
I mean, yeah. But that doesn't mean that there wasn't like a path laid out for you.
Okay, because in that small ant short about doing the thing in the BDSP ice dungeon, people in the comments were like, hey, this is just like that one thing in Gen 9, and the way they were describing it, I'm pretty sure they were talking about that ball thing. So I was like, wait, that's not how you're supposed to do it? But it looked intentional.
I mean, there's a path that's open that you're supposed to push around, but like, there's no reason not to just use the ride Pokemon, bounce it over the wall.
Shit. How the hell does Ambipom have Aerial Ace? Fuck is that?
Out of the 2 Pokemon on screen right now, it is not the one I was expecting to have Aerial Ace.
That's cool. That's what it does.
Oh yeah, it shows your health and numbers.
Not your opponent's health, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
What a I can't believe I never knew about that. Bye, Butterfree.
No, not Butterfree.
Now go Butterfree.
Hello, Louie.
I forgot I made it that. No, don't
Louie
kill
in
it.
this house.
No, don't do it. No.
Louie.
Butterfree.
No.
It might actually live.
No,
okay.
it's butt slur free.
I didn't think Ambipom's special attack would be that great, but I guess it was good enough.
You gotta remember the good times we had.
Consider this. Louie. I haven't seen as many anymore, but I love fake, like, power level rankings. Like, people would make them unironically for stuff like Dragon Ball Z, like, you know...
Oh, the power scalers.
Yeah, like Jiren and Ultra Instinct Goku and whatever at the top. And,
Yeah.
but then people would insert, like, weird characters into them, like a Gohan Blanco. Like, made up, like, he's, like, balding or something. And then I saw one for Edda and Eddie characters, and there was like Super Saiyan Eddie and... Hold on, I have to write this out because I have to remember what it was, what the acronym was. No, okay, it was SSOAS Rolf, which I'm almost positive stands for Super Son of a Shepherd. That was the best
Super
thing.
Son of a Shepherd Rolf.
Which I can't imagine what else it would stand for, and because of that, I love that.
Do, 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 do.
Wait. Yeah, I have
Oh,
a Louie
shit.
button.
Louie. Now that could be an anything button.
Yeah, I could just have... I have my own custom soundboard.
I wonder if you can catch multiple and they'll play different sounds.
I hope so. It would suck if you could only have one chatter per save file. Yeah, you don't have voice mod hooked up to your Discord. Well, now the next best thing is just play Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum and catch a fuck ton of chat odds. You know anything about the new Avatar live action show?
I have no idea, but it looks identical to the Avatar live action movie, and that movie was absolute dog shit.
I don't think it's as bad as that, although I haven't seen it, but I have seen generally mixed to negative things about it, but I guess it was popular enough to get a sequel, or not a sequel, a second season, so
Really?
there's that. I saw a Tumblr post saying that the shots are very stationary and everything is in the middle of the screen because it looks like the show is made to be posted on TikTok as like highlights.
Really? The only thing I really care about is if they fixed their criminal sin of not pronouncing a single one of the characters' names right, even though the names are clearly said in English in the other thing. Like, his name is Aang, and in the live action movie they called him Ong. Like,
Yeah.
bitch, who the fuck is Ong?
Like, this isn't a fucking text-based, text-only RPG. Like, you have voice acting. But anyway, yeah, somebody put, like, an overlay over the, trailer, and, like, everything is just in the center frame, as if it's set up for a TikTok reel or an Instagram reel or whatever they're called.
Crazy.
Which, if that's actually real, that fucking sucks for media consumption.
That sucks for the future of media, yeah. But also, that's smart as fuck on their end.
It's smart in the worst way possible.
That's the freest publicity you'll ever see in your life. It just kind of sucks for the consumer.
I've actually thought about that, like, in the dawn, or I guess the continuation of, like, GIF image sets of characters in shows and movies doing, like, some big speech. Do shows do that deliberately now? Like, they'll write lines just to be, like, dramatic sounding, and then, like, the PR people will go and make GIF sets of the lines themselves to post on Tumblr or Twitter or Reddit or whatever. I hope not.
Maybe. That's possible.
I really don't want to think about it.
I never thought about that, but it sounds plausible enough.
It does, and that's what worries me.
Honestly, if they're not taking advantage of platforms like TikTok and shit, I don't know what kind of company they are. Like, they're not a money, like, they're not a money company. This is how a millennial talks.
And like, people that make movies don't want to make good movies anymore.
It doesn't seem like they do. Some people do, but most of them are just kind of bad.
I'm glad that my general media consumption has gone down in the past, like, decade, because, yeah, I'm okay with just sticking to the things that I already like, hence why I'm doing this. There's, like, a lot of new things definitely would not be for me.
It's the same thing with the Sonic movie, 1, 2, and 3, eventually when 3 comes out.
I don't even know if I want to see Sonic 3.
I do. What do you mean you don't want to see Shadow the Hedgehog in live TV?
I don't know, man. After watching the Mario movie, I'm like, kind of retroactively dislike a lot of things about the Sonic movies.
I just really want to see the Sonic Adventure 2 Super Sonic Super Shadow scene. That's what I'm begging for. Because I want to see how badly they do that scene in the live action movie.
See, that's the thing, is that the first two Sonic movies really haven't been about the games at all, so how much can the third movie be about the adventure game or games, depending on which ones they want to adapt, if they even are adapting them? I mean, it's Shadow and there's Gun.
And Live and Learn is an official song that's going to be in the movie. A Live and Learn, like, remix or something.
Is that, like, for sure?
Yeah, that's confirmed.
Okay, well, at least there'll finally be a movie song, or a game song in the movie.
I don't know if it's specifically Live and Learn. They just said it was a thing. Like, there was a song from Sonic Adventure 2 in it, and if it's not Live and Learn, then I don't know what the fuck it would be.
Finally, something from the games gets to be in this video game movie that isn't Sonic.
I mean, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show was referenced in the Mario movie, and it had the World 1-1 part of it instead of the normal thing, I think.
See, Mario, okay, you can think whatever about the Mario movie, like, it was pretty dumb as a movie. There really wasn't that much there in the movie. Like, this is a weird, I don't really know how to say this. I liked the movie even though it was almost like a nothing movie. People are saying like, well, what are you expecting from the Mario movie? I'm like, why wouldn't you expect anything?
It's the poster child of the most recognizable game like creators in the world. Mario is the face of video games. You don't expect it to be anything.
Like, there's some Mario games with actually good and interesting stories. Why would you just, like, go in being like, well, there's not going to be any good story here, so if anybody wants there to be, they're just idiots.
Mario RPG games are pretty decent at story.
Yeah, even Mario RPG is, like, way better than 90% of the nothing story that Mario games usually have.
Mario games are just under the trope of save the girl. My final message, goodbye.
Even with, like, the nothing story that the Mario movie has, there's still some... Oh my god. There's still some dumb shit that happens, like the complete pointlessness of the Rainbow Road part of the movie.
It was just to show off, like, hey, look, we can animate Rainbow Road.
Look at this cool action scene. And it was cool, and it's made less cool by the fact that it was completely fucking pointless.
It had Toad in a monster truck. It was awesome.
I've gotten away from my original point here. What I was originally going to say is that I can get over the Mario movie being kind of mediocre story-wise because at least it acknowledges that it's from a video game, because the Sonic movies are just, they're like Marvel movies, but or superhero movies, but Sonic is the main character instead.
Sonic is basically the Flash, but a hedgehog.
He's just making the same kinds of quippy one-liners, and I know that's what Sonic is now too, but not
That's what
that
a lot of
much.
superheroes do. Like, that's not even just Sonic. Like, quippy one-liners is basically Spider-Man's whole MO.
That's what I'm saying though,
And
is that
Deadpool.
it's like that is superhero movies now, and it's what like the Sonic movies are. So it's like Sonic doesn't really feel like a video game movie. It feels just more like a superhero movie that just has Sonic in it for some reason.
Yeah, that's the problem with most video game movies anyway, I'm pretty sure, though. Is like, they don't try to be, like, game material-wise, like, for the story. They just make a movie, but they have, like, the game characters in it.
Yeah.
Just because. So, like, that's why video game movies suck.
That's that one part of the Mario movie where Peach was training Mario on the fucking platforming challenge was like also weird in retrospect because it also really didn't matter. It was just them going like, "Hey Mario, there's like you platform."
Mario kind of sucks.
You platform, especially the part where Mario gets hit in the head with something and then he like goes down to small Mario and they're like, oh yeah, that happens sometimes if you get hit. And it's like, okay, shut the fuck up, first of all.
Yo, true! I've done that! I know that!
Dude, I remember when I got hit by a Koopa shell and I turned into small Mario.
Dude, that's just like me!
They're spot on. But yeah, this is all to say that I'll probably end up seeing the Sonic 3 movie.
We're watching it together. We watched the other two together.
But I'm not gonna like it. Also, okay, and also, you know, separate from all this bullshit I'm talking about, all the wedding shit in the Sonic 2 movie was fucking awful.
Oh yeah, no, all the human characters can fuck off. I don't give a shit about them.
That I actually do not understand, is this video game movie sequel to another video game movie. Like, it feels like literally half of the movie is dedicated to some dickhead characters that I couldn't possibly give a shit about. They don't have anything to do with the main plot, and they don't have anything to do with anything, really.
They're just useless.
Like, Who is it for? Who is the movie for? Is it for kids or is it for adults who care about that kind of thing? Or who would find it funny? Because if I was a kid watching the Sonic 2 movie, I would just be like, I wouldn't think it's funny at all. Sonic 2 movie is like the only movie I've seen in theaters more than once, and the second time I was dreading all of the wedding stuff. But I was also thinking like, maybe on a rewatch it won't be so bad, but it was actually worse. Because I couldn't do anything to stop it. But also, the third act of Sonic 2 movie was really fucking good. The ending of the Sonic 2 movie where he breaks the Master Emerald and gets all the power, or gets the Supersonic. I've been waiting 2 whole movies for that, and it was pretty enjoyable. It was a good climax.
Now the only thing we need is to have Shadow also do that, and we hear
Modern day CG bio-lizard.
I just hope they have, I found you, faker.
They're definitely gonna do that.
If they don't have that, I'm gonna be genuinely upset with them.
The Sonic, like, media franchise at this point is 50% self-referential shit. They also reference the Gotta Go Fast, the Sonic, picture at some point, but I forget when.
Oh, that's in, like, every Sonic thing now. There's a
t-shirt in Forces.
Yeah, that's I was gonna say. I don't remember if it's Forces is what that game is called, but there's a t-shirt in Forces with Sonic on it.
If I was to play Forces, I would want the Sonic t-shirt and the gamer hat, because I'm a gamer who likes Sonic.
I would wear the Crocs, gamer, Sonic, and some other random shit.
Are there Crocs?
Yeah, there's like ugly-ass yellow Crocs or something.
Okay, then I will also wear the ugly Crocs.
Everything about that game is so bad, I love it.
You gotta admire it in like a macabre sort of way. Yeah, it's funny that the only game that actually weaponizes Sonic OCs as a gameplay mechanic is like one of the worst games in the series.
It's so fucking bad, you don't even understand how bad that video game is.
Yeah, I mean, me saying it's bad is like one thing, because I've never even played it, but I have watched a lot about it, and that's all I can say about it.
My favorite thing about that whole game is how many, like, 30-second cutscenes there are, but they're considered gameplay. Like, at the start of one level where you're supposed to fight, like, Metal Sonic or something, you fucking... Like, there's a cutscene of you and a robot just, like, running next to each other for a while, and you can't do anything about it.
I just know that Sonic Forces is a game where it's one of the few PlayStation 4 games where it disallows you from using the, like, PS4 recording feature for its cutscenes, and, like, why? Sonic Forces is really, like, the story of that game is so important that you can't possibly have people putting the cutscenes up on Twitter.
What do you mean, dude? Did you not see that Knuckles is a goddamn war machine?
That's why it's called War.
I actually really like that. Like, there's like an actual war scene in that game, and it's so fucking funny. It's like copies of shitty villains from before in other Sonic games versus like a bunch of nameless bullshit fuck off characters. It's so good.
Chaos would wipe the fucking floor with all of those OCs. I don't care what they tell me.
So would Shadow.
Metal, Zafok, Psycho Mantis.
I know you played Cars 2 Definitive Edition.
So, you like to play Kingdom Hearts, do you? Oh shit, this guy's got a Porygon Z.
The best Porygon of this game, specifically and only this game.
Porygon Z is weird because it doesn't seem like it's an evolution because it just changes its stats instead of getting more of them.
I mean, that's also how it is with, like, every Scyther evolution and shit, so...
Well, Scyther to Scizor just, like, redistributes them, right? But,
What does Cleavor?
Oh, well, I honestly didn't know that there was another Scyther evolution. Porygon 2 to Porygon Z, they just flip the attack, defense, and special attack and special defense stats, and, like, that's it. So it's Mostly what I'm saying is I'm surprised it's not Porygon, and then in two different directions it's Porygon 2 and Porygon Z.
Yeah, you evolve Porygon with either the dubious disc or the upgrade.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but it's not like you can undo the evolution either way, so it really doesn't matter.
Also, shout out to the word dubious for being an amazing word.
I do like the word dubious. It's like it's in another dimension, people would be calling each other dubs instead of sus.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but Red's looking a little dubious.
Yeah, exactly. I think that is a thing in some fucked up alternate universe somewhere in or no, it would be called, because people say among sus, so it'd be like among so people would say among dub.
And the us of that universe is talking about the same thing, only in of what we have of sus. Like people definitely said that Among Us was suspicious in another alternate universe, and I bet they say sus.
Sus, that's ridiculous. Dubious is way too high of like a IQ word for Pokemon.
It really is. I wonder what the biggest word in Pokemon is.
And that would be a really hard thing to Google. Just like scroll through all of the ability names, move names, and item names, and just pick the first one where it's like, what the hell does that word mean? Technician? The fuck?
I forgot how much I hated Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Like how bad of a game that is.
Mithril's apparently from Lord of the Rings. What's wrong with it?
It's just not fun. It's like easily the worst Borderlands game.
Easily the worst. That's surprising considering how much I see people shit talk Borderlands 3.
People don't like Borderlands 3 for some reason. I don't think it's terrible. It's not better than 2, but I don't think it's terrible. And Borderlands 1 is bare bones because, you know, it's the first game in the franchise, but I don't know. I don't hate the game.
I mean, it's like every person that I see talk about it says the same thing, where it's like the gunplay of 3 is far and away the best in the series, but everything else about it is so much worse. And I want to play the game for myself to find out. I own the game, I should play it.
People don't like the characters in that game, and I think they're fine. I mean, I don't like 2 of them, but that's 2 characters out of a lot. A lot of people don't like the no, I was gonna say a lot of people don't like the villains. I don't like one of the villains, but I like the other one. I think the other one's just funny to me, and I don't know why people hate on her so much.
Okay, because this is by far the most moderate opinion I've ever seen about the villains in a Borderlands 3.
Oh, and my least favorite thing about Borderlands 3 is my least favorite character in the franchise became even more important, and it doesn't make sense.
You mean that one crazy lady? Like Roland's like surrogate daughter? I don't even remember her fucking name. She wore like goggles and she was...
Tannis?
I think so.
The science lady that's fucking insane.
Yeah, she's always talking about how much everybody sucks.
I hate Tannis, and she becomes very important in the 3rd game, and I don't like that because it doesn't make any fucking sense. This is a rant for when I'm not when it's not a spoiler for you, but man, do I have a lot to say on this specific thing because of how weird and stupid it is.
Well, shit.
Oh yeah. What's up, pussy?
I don't think I healed yet. Yeah, but I'm so low on PP.
Haha, he said PP.
PP! Oh! Ouch. I think it might actually outspeed me. Yeah. It's like 25 levels lower. And yet...
Floatzel do be kind of fast, though.
Are the blue things, it's like upper arms, and it's like making an M?
Those are just like fins on its elbows. Think like Grovyle leaf blades on its arms. It's like that.
Okay, so its arms just... I mean, its arms are probably normal size, but they seem really small. My last sleep powder. You're right, I should have used a PP up. Who knew that would come into such a play?
I mean, you have a fuck ton of PP ups, don't you? You could probably just PP up this entire moveset.
I could.
Just rock with this.
I actually think that I want to replace something with Shadow Ball.
As helpful as sleep is, you could get rid of Dream Eater. Just have Psychic. Like, I think HP Ground should stay. And I don't know how useful Bug Buzz is gonna be.
Bug Buzz I want to keep. Hidden Power Ground I think I want to keep. I think I'm going to lose this damage race. God damn
Yes.
it. Should have healed. Oh wait, whoops.
Louis.
There we go. Oh god, no. Oh god, no.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
I didn't mean it. Hit me.
Oh shit, Butterfree kind of coming in.
He actually did something, which is not good.
How dare you, Max, raise your special defense.
I am forgetting so much right now.
Who am I? Who are you people? What if that's what happened when you sent out a Pokemon with amnesia? Like you just use amnesia, he looks back at the rest of your party, he's like, who are you people?
He just
Tries to
runs
run away.
off.
Yeah, he's just a fucking runaway, but there's no running from a trainer battle, so he gets sucked back in. Like, fuck!
What a cruel existence that is.
Bum 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 bum.
Nice scarf.
Thanks. My mom picked it out for me.
I was about to say, like, thanks, my mom picked it.
My mom said it makes me look handsome.
I wonder if I'd insta-die if this thing brave birded me.
Probably.
Well, I won't get the chance to find out. Fly up right to your big-ass ear and then buzz it off. You can't really hear a butterfly's wings unless you're really close. So its arms are just outstretched.
Floatzel, yeah, he's like, give me a fucking hug.
Okay. I've never been able to understand if those actually are his arms and they just look short to me, or if he's like doing a what's up, like he's pointing to his nuts if he had any.
No, he's just.
I'm not seeing enough movement.
He's just like, yo, it's a me.
They just stick out so harshly because there's no other blue on his front.
I think Floatzel would have been one of my favorite Pokemon if he was an inflatable like duck floaty, instead of just wearing a yellow ring and he's a fucking whatever he is. Weasel.
A weasel? I mean, he doesn't. Sneasel is a weasel. Weasel doesn't really feel like a weasel. It's like a seal, but seal is a seal.
By the way, yes, Seal and Dugong are two real animals.
They're just spelled differently.
By like one letter.
Perish.
Saw.
Alright, there you go. I just needed PP to put Snorlax to sleep and I'm good.